So I've decided to get off the fence in the 1st Congressional District race. I am here to tell you that I will be endorsing Wayne Gilchrest for Congress. The reason has a lot to do with character. Wayne Gilchrest, I don't think it's any secret, Wayne and I do not necessarily see eye to eye on a lot of the issues. There are issues in which he is more liberal than I would care to see in a Republican congressman representing Maryland. But at the same time, one of the things you have to remember is that when you're sending somebody to Washington, you have to send somebody who has character and can serve with honor. And Wayne Gilchrest has done that admirably for the last 18 years. You never hear anybody say a cross word about Wayne Gilchrest. He's a very nice guy. He's represented his district well enough that he has been elected by his constituents 9 times. And it says a lot about his character that the people who know him best keep sending him back to Congress. And like I said, you never hear anybody send a cross word about Wayne Gilchrest. And in these times that we are living in right now, in these very troubled times, it's good to make sure that we have men and women of integrity and honor and character in Washington for us. This says nothing about E.J. Pipkin. I like E.J. Pipkin. I find him to be a very effective leader for the conservative movement. And he has represented the Republican cause very well in Annapolis and standing up to Governor O'Malley and standing up for BGE ratepayers and standing up for taxpayers. He has served the people of the Eastern Shore very admirably, and if these were different circumstances in a different race, I would find myself standing with E.J. Pipkin. But the circumstances of this race do lend me to throw my support to Wayne Gilchrest in this particular contest. And it's that issue of character as to why I won't be supporting Andy Harris. Senator Harris's campaign has been negative almost from the get-go, only now is he finally starting to try to run a positive campaign late in the race. His campaign has played pretty loose with the facts, played pretty loose with the things that have gone on, both in regards to Congressman Gilchrest's record and Senator Pipkin's record. And I don't get a sense from Senator Harris of somebody I want representing Maryland in Congress. Seeing him at the Baltimore area Young Republicans function last night up at the Rope Walk Tavern in Baltimore, he comes off as a phony, kind of as a poser, somebody who is trying to court the conservative base because it appeals to his sensibilities of trying to attain high office. I don't think his heart is in the right place for somebody who wants to represent Maryland in Congress, that he does not best represent the rural sections of the 1st District, that he does not really represent the values of the constituents that he is trying to represent. And there's been a lot of anecdotal evidence, too, about his treatment of constituents who challenge him on his record, that he's been very rude and unpleasant to them. And anybody who goes out of their way to mock and take on their critics like that without taking them on their issues when they're running for public office probably shouldn't be serving as a member of Congress. So character counts, and that's why I encourage you to vote, if you live in the 1st District, to vote for Wayne Gilchrest this coming Tuesday.